Good morning, precious. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How you doing, baby? Happy Saturday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Kenya. When you get a minute, go to the YouTube channel, Coffee and Conversation with Kenya. And hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos. And if you see any of them that you like, I appreciate if you hit share. I know it's not morning. I know some of y'all like, damn, she finally lost her mind. No, I know it's not morning, but I got to work up here today. So I said, why not? Come on. I know you was looking for me. I know you be looking for me, but you don't share my stuff. I don't get it. I had a couple DMs, like, is you doing Coffee and Conversation? If you doing Coffee, I said, you know what? Did you share my stuff, is what I said. You want to use me for all my information? Now your family all whole again from watching my videos. The advice that I've given you have been solid, but you can't even share my videos, right? You wrong as hell, right? And I got a video that was questioning the authenticity of the things that I post. Can you read that? What that say? It said Cartier. People is weird, right? And then, like, she got a different Movado on it. She can't have a different Movado on every day. Why not? What? I don't understand. Oh, because I be looking away. Oh, yeah, well, I be painting and stuff. And I don't even wear these when I be working for real. Yeah, I take them off. I promote them in the morning because I promote my black-owned businesses, right? So it's like, since you don't know, because, see, this is Allure. See the E? Yeah, this is my first bracelet, so I don't have this a couple years. So my goal is, when some of y'all, because a lot of us, I don't know why we driven with name brands and stuff like that. So when I do come on live and you see, I don't tag Cardi, I don't tag Red Bottoms, I don't tag the Movado, y'all, it gets your attention, right? So I feel that if I tag those brands that you know, when I tag the brands that you don't know, hopefully when I make it big and make it famous, the brands that you don't know become famous and they'll become well known as well, right? So it won't be nothing for you to be like, oh, I just went and got my Movado and I got my Allure, right? You know what I mean? I got so promoting my black-owned businesses is my goal. I ain't got much on today, and I'm about to come up out of this. I'm sorry. You know this ain't that type of show, but when I tell you, I'm in menopause right now, so I be having hot flashes and they just come out of nowhere, and I'm having one right this very moment, all right? Moms, are you talking to your daughters about the change of life and the things that their body is going to endure and what they going through and what they gonna go through, right? Old age, yeah, they can't escape it. I look old, my neck, I feel it, I see it, right? My eyesight is going. But do you talk to your babies? Do you warn them about what they're gonna... I talk to the oldest about menopause, so she's very aware. She's concerned. She asks how I'm doing every day. The baby, I mentioned it to her when I seen her on Memorial Day. So I hope the grandmother and the TT, because it's a gap with me not being in her life, it's a whole generation is kind of like wiped out. So all she got is under her, which is the TT, and then you got the grandmama. So I hope somebody, one of the women in her life, is talking to her about menopause so she'll know what to expect. Since he replaced me with so many women, right? I hope somebody, because when I seen her not being able to walk in heels, I know the women is lacking somewhere, the women that he chose to be her mom, right? So I hope they talking to her about that, right? Because I would, So y'all, today I can't get into the syllabus. I feel naked with my little tank top on, y'all. I am so sorry. I apologize. I am not trying to get my views up like that. But when I cool back down, I'll put my sweatshirt back on. Okay? Because I got a lot of church folks that follow me, and I swear I'm not trying to be inappropriate at all. Right? So, how's your relationship with your grown children? Yeah, I know here we talk a lot about co-parenting, you guys getting along when the children are little and raise them together. But now that they grown, let's talk about it a little bit, right? How's your relationship with your grown children? Do y'all get along? Do y'all talk? Do y'all talk? Do you get along with them more now, or when they were young? Better when they was younger. I'm just asking because some of them get grown and they feel like they can do whatever and free will and I'm grown. I don't have to listen to you no more. I don't have to do what you say. Whether what you say is right or not, I don't care. I'm grown. I'm grown. Yeah. So how are they? How are they doing? Right? Are they like you? Are they so much like you? That's the reason why y'all don't get along. Are you the reason why they the way that they are? Yeah, that could be good or bad. Are you the reason why they the way that they are? Think about that question, right? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Did you teach all the classes? Yep, I can talk about that because we done passed it. Your finals. All the classes was on your finals. Can you actually sit down and think about all the classes and ask yourself, did you teach the kids? Did you really teach them? Are they exhibiting that? Are they exactly what you wanted them to be? Are you supportive with them if they not? Right? Some of us have children that are in the community. Are you supportive of your child? Yep, you found out they gay, switch hitters, they on the other team, they batting, they receiving. Are you on board? Or have you disowned your child as a result of them being in the community? I'm just asking, because these your babies, and you have to love them. No matter what choices they make, no matter what role. Yep, you do. You have to love them. Now, supporting, you have to do that too, right? In some, you know, like I'm going to be honest with you. I told my boys if they ever went to jail, I'm not going to support them. Yeah, so I don't know how you feel about that. I hope you don't look at me a different way, but that was me letting them know that if you choose to give your life to the man, right? Meaning you out here acting foolish. You out here doing something bad. You out here doing something wrong. I don't condone bad behavior. So if you get locked up as a result of doing something bad, I'm not riding with you. I'm sorry. Now, if you did something and you defended us and just so happened you got caught up in the crossfire and you had to do some time or something, you best believe your money gonna be in there. We visiting you because you stood up and you protected your family, right? And I know I hope I don't sound hypocritical or anything like that, but that is something different than you out here being foolish and doing stuff deliberately to get caught up by the law. I'm not. And I told them that when they were younger, right? So, yeah, I'm just not. But for the most part, I'm going to ride with my child if they right. Yep. I can't ride with you if you're wrong. Yep, I've never been like that. So I don't know, some people don't deal with me because of that. Maybe. I don't care. But if it's right, I'm going to roll with you. But if it's wrong, you commit a crime and you come to my house, I'm calling the police. I'm sorry. I'm going to do what I can to try to get you a good attorney or something. I'm going to rock with you until that point. But you're going to have to turn yourself in because you committed a crime. You did something that was wrong, right? And I'm not going to be a part of it. You're not going to make me an accessory. And I'm not going to be guilty by association. I'm not. So since you came here, I need you to know that I'm about to call them to come and get you. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is, right? So, yeah, are you still teaching your children? Now that they grown, yeah, do they still listen to you? Are you still an influence? Yeah, I'm just asking because you should be. Yeah, because they ain't going to never know more than you. I don't care, even with all the technology and stuff. The experience of life that you have is always going to trump whatever it is they find themselves knowing or thinking. Yeah, they always gonna need you. Always, right? So your children, they don't need you no more. They're grown. They don't listen to you no more. They're doing their own thing. They got their own lives. I get it, right? Do they still ask you for advice? Are you as an adult still setting a good example for them? Or is it now that they grown, you wilding out now? You doing things that you wish you could have done, but you couldn't do because you had kids, and now you ain't got them, and they grown. Now you out here wilding. Right? I don't know. I'm just asking. Right? Let's see. Well, Are you teaching the classes? Have you taught them? Are you still teaching them? Meaning, are you still an example? The physical health class. Are you still in good shape as an adult? Yep, you pushing 50 something, almost 60. You at a particular age. Have you been taking care of yourself to where you can see it and you can tell? Meaning you the same size you was in high school. You done pretty much kept your weight at a certain level. You healthy. You exercise. You can see it, right? You can see it in your skin. You can see it, right? Are you that? And are your children that? Meaning that all their life, you taught them how to eat healthy, exercise, take care of themselves, go to the doctor. You took them to the doctor. They see you go to the doctor, so they know you keep up. Yeah, as an adult, are they health conscious? Are they healthy? Yeah. Or are they overweight? Are they obese? Are they struggling with health conditions? Are they drinking? Are they smoking cigarettes? What are they doing? What's going on with them? Right? I know if they doing all that, and you provide a drug-free environment, I know. You should feel away. I know you do. And it's not your fault. It is, but it's not, for real. You know, you got to keep in mind, you're not your child's only influence. And then as they get older, they tend to make decisions on their own. So, yeah, when I say, yeah, it might be on you, because maybe you weren't convincing enough. Maybe you weren't convincing enough when you was telling them not to smoke cigarettes, right? Maybe you didn't do illustrations. Maybe you didn't take them to the morgue. Maybe you didn't show them what lungs look like after they've been, maybe you didn't do something. So, yep, you might have to take accountability for that. Yeah. What about mental health? Did you teach the mental health class? Did you normalize mental health in your household? Or were you one of those people that frowned upon it and laughed at people when they talked about going to see a therapist? Or did you use it as a joke? You crazy. You need to go see somebody. Like how did you present mental health in your household with your children when they were growing up, right? Well, we actually had a couple people in our family that had different mental health disorders that required therapy and medication. So it was a little easy for me to talk to my children about mental health, normalize it, let them know that it's okay, right? We love you no matter what. So the care and concern and compassion that was shown to the individuals that were diagnosed, I think made my children feel a little more at ease about anything concerning mental health, right? So let's see, what were the other classes? I want to make sure you were teaching your babies. They was on your final. A lot of y'all passed. At least y'all said y'all did. Street smarts. Yeah, but that's just making sure your children are aware when they out in the street. Making sure your sons and daughters are aware of how to act when they are confronted by law enforcement, right? So the talk, right? You probably had with your children of color, right? So, yeah, just knowing them. Don't drink a drink that's been unattended, right? Don't just leave with strangers. You know, be careful of your environment. Don't be outside at night pumping gas. Don't be on your phone when you're walking from here or there. Pay attention. Keep your head on a swivel. Like stuff like that, just to keep them safe, because now that they are adults, they're not with you all the time, right? So were you successful? Making sure they stayed away from drugs, because some of the temptation comes from the outside, their peers, right? So telling them it's okay to say no, right? Ethics class, basically making sure your children are honest. Are you honest? Right? Because they watch you, they hear you. You'll be surprised if you're a scammer. They'll know. They'll pick up on it. They'll hear your talk, your language, the people the shady characters and individuals that you be with, the influences that you have around. Right? So, yeah, ethics. Yep, my kids would get in trouble for lying. Oh, I didn't tolerate lying. I didn't lie to them. I didn't allow people to lie to them. Don't disappoint my baby, right? Treat people how you want to be treated, right? That was one of the big ones. Treat people how you want to be treated. Lying was a big one. Oh, you can't lie? Yeah. Treating each other nice, right? Doing what's right all the time, right? No, not too many shortcuts. Not too many, you know what I mean? Yeah, just treating people right. Just doing the right thing. That's always pressed upon with my kids. Always. Yeah. The advice that I give, just everything is always based on doing the right thing by people. Right? So that whole life growing up and now as an adult, when you see your child doing wrong, do you check them? Do you say something? Or do you condone bad behavior?
Yep, and now that they're adults, bad behavior can be your son probably married, but he probably bring his side chick to your house and you allow it. That's condoning bad behavior. Yeah, those morals and values is not right, right? And you can take some accountability for that because you allowing it, right? So if you know that they do it and they do it, that's their own choice. That's what they do. But you, as a parent, shouldn't be condoning it. Don't bring that woman over here. Don't you do it. I don't care what you do in the street. I do care, but since you're making your own decisions and doing what you want to do, whether it's right or wrong, I will not be contributing to that. Yeah. That girl would never find out and be able to look at me in my face and be like, oh, and you allowed it? As his mother? No, I didn't, chick. I told him to take her somewhere else. Nah, I didn't tell you because that's my son and that's his business and I ain't got nothing to do with it. But no, I did not condone that bad behavior. No, she was not allowed over my house. Yep. Nope. This was bothering me in the last video. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my little ward out here. Black History. Hopefully you've talked to your children about some of the sacrifices that our ancestors have made, the things that they've been through, our civil rights. Hopefully, because politics is the next one. Yeah, hopefully you talking about things now because the way this administration is going, they are stripping everything away from us. They don't want us to have nothing. They want us to struggle so bad. They want us to be out here, just out here, right? Trying to tell you. But Black History, yep, unfortunately, some of them things are repeating themselves. So history is repeating itself, yep. So if you have had conversations with your children about Black History, they are very aware of the things that we're going through right now, the things that we've been through. Hopefully you didn't wait until just when they went to school, right? Hopefully you talk to them about what's going on and who we are as a people, racism, all that, right? Your history, meaning that your child should know how you grew up. Yup, you done took your baby back to your old neighborhood. You done talked to your baby about some of the things you did when you was in school. Your baby know that you was bullied. Your baby know that you was the bully, right? All these things your baby should know. Not enough to where they should lose respect for you or anything of that nature, right? Because they don't tell them how they feel when you told them that you was a bully, right? Especially if one of your kids is being bullied. They don't tell them how they feel about you. But the honesty and the transparency is making, is what I'm trying to get at as far as your children knowing who you are, knowing how you were raised, knowing your family, things about your family, right? What your family was like, the people, so your childhood, right? So, yeah, hopefully you've had conversations with your children so they'll know who you are and how you are, right? Just enough. Yeah, you don't have to get gory. You don't have to share every detail, every nook and cranny, right? But just enough so they'll know that you're human too. Yeah. Well, in the youth program, when I'm talking to the kids, when we have our little session, I show them a collage. I show them the copy of my book. So I have it printed up as a collage. And as you can see, it's pictures of me as a child. Right? So when I'm talking to them, this is one of my keys that I use for them to unlock that door and feel comfortable about talking to me. It makes me relatable. Right. So I'm no longer this mean lady that's coming to get them and take them out the home. Cause you gotta keep in mind, I'm coming with handcuffs, gun. I'm on my walkie-talkie like, hey, stay close cause it might be a removal. Like I'm serious business when I come and do my family meetings. Right. So yeah, the kids be on top of it like, oh Lord. But when I show them that, it lets their guard down just a little bit. Like, but Miss Wardlaw might know. She might experience something in high school. She might know a little something, right? So, yeah. So talking to them about who you are. Home ec, do you go over your children's house? Is it nasty? Yeah, they trifling? I know. What did you not do? Did you make them clean up? You did? No, you didn't. You cleaned up behind them. Yes, you did. You probably did everything for that kid. You probably didn't need that son of yours. You probably didn't even make him go outside and cut the grass. You probably didn't make him take the trash out. You probably told him, and then when he didn't take it out, you probably took it out yourself. Oh, yeah, you didn't teach him nothing. Did you teach them how to cook? Did you teach them how to wash their own clothes, or did you wash them for them? Yeah, at some point you got to cut the strings, right? So in the midst of that, and before you cut the strings, you definitely want to make sure your children are prepared to be out on their own before you kick them out. Because, we so quick to kick them out at 18, they don't even be ready to leave half the time, right? It's good for the ones that go off to college, because that's a whole different experience. They're still in the confined area in most cases when they're living on a dorm. So they also learning how to be independent, and also, but they're also surrounded by people and staff, and, so it's a little different. But kicking them out on their own, where they out here, they paying rent, they paying bills and things of that nature. Yeah, when they finally get out the nest, yeah, you want to make sure they are prepared so they'll stay out the nest, right? Nothing wrong with you if you have to come back home. Nothing wrong with that, right? Things happen. Life be lifing, right? But I do hope when you come back home as grown children that you pay. You pay rent. Oh, yeah, I hope if you come home, I hope you giving your mama money. If you ain't giving your mama and daddy money to stay there, you don't have no respect for your parents. You don't have no respect for your parents. You just don't. Yeah, that's something that you should be doing. Yeah, so if you happen to find yourself back home with your mom and dad and them, I hope you're making life a little easier on them by giving them some type of rent, some type of financial compensation for allowing you to stay there. Because they did their job. They did their part. They did enough to where you should have been able to figure that out when you was out there. Whatever happened to you, you should have been able to figure it out to where you didn't have to leave, come back and dampen their doorstep after they finally got you out in empty nesters. They don't turn your room into a study. They don't want you there. Fixing Jesus, I'm sorry, but you're welcome back, right? They're never going to turn their back on you. They always going to have that door open for you, right? But yeah, as a parent, it makes you feel away because here it is, you did everything. You instilled everything. Why? Why are you back here? Right? So yeah, home ec, when you go to your children's homes, is their house clean? That's all. Can they cook? Can they take care of themselves? Right? Can you see everything that you instilled? All those making them clean up their room, can you tell, right? Because their whole house clean. All those times of making them cook dinner one night a week, you can tell because they offering you home cooked meals when you come over, right? So you can just tell, right? And I know if they're not like that, parents, it make you feel away. It make you feel like you failed them. And maybe at some point you might have did, right? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Furthering their education. Yeah, as adults, are they still learning? Are they still open to, are they teachable? Right? That's when you know. If they adults and you still can give them advice and they're still teachable, that means you did good as far as making sure that they understood the importance of furthering their education. Me, myself, I wanted all my children to go off to college. College ain't for everybody. I understand that, right? But just know that the intensity of instilling the importance of furthering your education, taking a trade, going off to college, just know that was enforced in my household with all of the children. So yes, that's good that the baby went off to college. Went to a black college. Yep, congratulations. She got a degree. Can't remember what it said, but she did. Wish I was more part of that and more involved. Considering furthering education was one of the classes that I taught all the children, right? Yeah, it's a selfish move by dad, but it's okay. God is good, right? I'm just happy that she graduated, right? Fix it, Jesus. So yeah, furthering your education. Parents, did you further your education? Did you set the example? Like my kids seen me go to school. They went to school with me some days, and then they seen me walk across the stage. So to see the great reward, yeah, they was a part of it. Right? So, yeah, do your children, are you encouraging in that way? Or were you just on the sidelines encouraging them? Go, push them. Either way, it's fine. Either way, it's fine. Yeah, but I'm just asking. Yeah. That life class. And that's basically teaching your children. And when I say children, meaning that I'm not waiting until they get 18 and then now I'm trying to get them all this list of stuff that they need to know. No, I started when they were young. Teaching them about money management. Yep. The boys out there cutting grass, making their little money. Shoveling snow, making their little money, right? The girls selling candy bags at school, making their little money, right? All the children cleaning with me at the cleaning company, making their little money. The girls working with me with the youth program, making their little money. Yep. Once they make their little money, you got to teach them how to spend their little money, how to prioritize. You got to teach them about money. You got to teach them how to save. You have to teach these things when they are young. So the first little chance I got when they start accumulating money, That's the time to teach, right? I actually had to sign for the baby to get her bank account. So I'm able to pay the girls when they were working for me from bank account to bank account. So yeah, money management, very important. Credit, gotta teach your children the importance of credit. Why y'all not taking y'all credit seriously? I don't know. Maybe you weren't taught as a child, right? So me teaching my children about credit was giving them a leg up so that when they become adults, yeah, they already got a fighting chance on getting whatever they want and living how other people live, and knowing the importance of credit is one of them, right? I can't stress it enough, right? But I stress it with my children. Yeah, so money management, credit, entrepreneurship. Oh, yeah. Think about your life if somebody would have set you down and talked to you in middle school about entrepreneurship, home ownership, and credit. Think about how your life would be as an adult if you had those tools, right? Well, yeah, I gave those tools to my children. So, yeah, all my children should be financially secure right about now, 2026. Yeah. The pace that we were going, the elevation, everybody moving as one, that was impressive. Even to myself, I got to pat myself on the back. That was very impressive. So in 2017, yeah, we were moving as a unit, right? Everybody was like-minded. Everybody was on that same path of success. Everybody was moving. Everybody, not just the baby, right? Yep, she went in that direction of Black college and everything that I wrote about in the book, but all the children were going down their own path of success. Don't misunderstand. Everybody was getting out on their own vehicle. Yeah, the cleaning company was just a start, right? So yeah, entrepreneurship was very important, part of that life class. So did you teach all of that? And can you see it in your children now? Do they have a good work ethic? Do they keep a job? Are they out on their own? Are they paying their bills? Do they keep a whip? How's their credit? Yeah, hopefully when you look at your adult children, if those are the things that you wanted for them, hopefully they got it. Hopefully you did enough, right? Hopefully you did enough. So yeah, that was it. Just wanted to touch bases with you. Check in, see how your relationship is with your older children. Make sure you get a copy of my book, Dysfunctional Family Knot. You can get it from lulupublishing.com, you can get it from Amazon, and you can get it from Urban City Publishing. Good afternoon, James. Hey, David. Thanks for checking in, guys. I'm sorry I had to come out with... I'm sorry. But it was getting a tad bit hot, right? So, yeah, I'm about to go paint. Oh, yeah, let me... Yeah, off this... Let me... That's me. Yeah, somebody... I swear. Yeah, I ain't just using somebody's office. This me. Yeah, I don't know. Just got a couple DMs. People was weird. Hey, Heavy, how you doing, handsome? Okay, I'm out. Because I ain't trying to be here all day, y'all. I'm about to knock this little hallway out. I'll let you see. So, you know, I ain't using nobody's office. It's mine. That's me. Shikenya. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, Shikenya. All of them say Shikenya. I ain't just in somebody's office. No, people is really weird. Don't nobody want to give me my credit. It's all good, though. I'm going to take it.